Hey guys. Okay, hey guys. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for coming over, you guys. Hey, kitty cat, patty whack. I saw you over on Captain's channel last night. So I was watching our dear friend, my Benzo Hills video yesterday, or this morning. Come on, Nicole, get it together. And I saw that he's been struggling with post-acute withdrawal. And I know what it feels like to fucking like be in your mind and stuff. I think that's kind of like what post-acute withdrawal has a lot to do with our mental state and what we're, I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, it can be other things like lack of sleep, restless leg. Anyway, so our friend George is struggling. He needs our help, you guys. He needs our support. And there's no shame in needing help or needing support. But this is like a thing, you guys. I want to say this. George, he's off methadone now. He's been off methadone for 40 days. He still takes diazepam, which is, I think, like Valium. But it just goes to show you that, like, just because he's taking diazepam doesn't mean that he's not going to experience post-acute withdrawal. And it doesn't mean that diazepam is going to help him stay sober from his drug of choice. It means that he has to be connected to some kind of help, some kind of program. And that's what he's been doing, going to Narcotics Anonymous, getting connected with a sponsor and learning the big book and the steps. See, I think a lot of people, what they think is oh, well, Nicole is on maintenance medication. She's never going to relapse. She doesn't go through any troubles. You guys, it doesn't matter. Our addictions are cunning, baffling, and powerful. I'm on maintenance medication, but my addiction will tell me to go do methamphetamine. You know what I'm saying? Like, my addiction, I'm a poly addict. I was addicted to multiple substances. I didn't care if it was meth, coke, weed, Xanax, Klonopin, heroin, opiate pills, Roxycodone, IV. It didn't matter. Like, I did it all. And so, no, it doesn't have to be. A lot of people say that, like, relapse is a part of recovery, but I almost feel like that gives us a free excuse to go out and relapse. I think it's really important to realize that, like, you can get sober and stay sober, but it's hard work, you know what I mean? And it's a lot of changing old behaviors. It's a lot of getting connected to support and really, but I relapsed, girl, like 15, 20 times. It's part of my recovery. And it's not part of recovery. It's part of being an active addiction. Recovery is, not relapsing, but it can happen, though. And it happens to most people. I only know a few people that got sober and stayed sober the first try, which my sponsor is one of them. She got 31 years sober. And some people, I guess they just get that just right ass whooping, and they come into the rooms and they're ready to stop, But it wasn't like that for me. Hey, Rockin' Roberta. Yeah, a lot of people do say that relapse is part of recovery, but let's think about it. Let's dissect that sentence right there. Okay, relapse is not recovery. Relapse is active addiction. Okay, so relapse can be in a person's story, and it is a part of a lot of people's experience getting into recovery, but it doesn't have to be, and if we almost kind of like make it normalized, we don't want people to think, oh, well, I have a couple relapses in me. Because nowadays, you guys, if you go out and relapse, you're going to die. There's fentanyl in everything. It's in pills. It's in drugs it's not even supposed to be in. Weed, Xanax, it's in everything. So it's almost like a permission statement to a newcomer. Hey, relapse is a part of recovery. Don't worry, you can go out and relapse. And then the next thing you know, they go out and die because they relapsed. We don't want the newcomer to think that it's okay to go out and relapse. We want them to know that if they do, they are welcome back. We're going to be here with open arms, no judgment, no shame, you know? But we have to be careful because, you guys, I'm telling you what, like, when you're new in your recovery and you're coming in and you're, like, trying to learn from everybody, when you hear somebody say relapse is part of recovery, it's like, I'm telling you, it's a permission statement. It's like, hell yeah! Let's go relapse! So we have to, like, you know, even with me, like, I try to be so mindful of what I'm saying and putting out there because I don't want what I'm saying to be misinterpreted, because I remember when I was new and I would take everything at face value. Like, everything you said, I was on it because I was just trying to learn so much. You know, when people from the rooms were telling me that, you know, I wasn't able to share because I was on Suboxone, I really thought that that was the law. I thought that I wasn't allowed to share in a meeting. And then I met people in AA who shared with me that the only thing I had to do was have a desire to stop drinking. And that I most definitely could be a member of AA. And I most definitely could share in the meeting. You know? Well, this is my water. I've got apple cider vinegar in it this morning. I weighed myself, yesterday morning or the day before that, and I lost 1 pound. Today, you guys, I have a freaking refrigerator full of baked chicken that's all cooked. So I'm going to be eating baked chicken for the next, like, 7 days. And then I got the steamed broccoli. And I'm just literally, listen, you guys, I'm literally eating baked chicken and a big-ass thing of steamed broccoli. And I put pepper, you know, like a little bit of seasoning on it. And the chicken is like lemon pepper seasoning. So it's really good. But that's what I've been doing, and eating a package of oatmeal in the mornings and not eating after 6. So it's okay. I'm not going to lie. I've been struggling in the evenings. It's like, that's the thing. It's like the easiest way for me to do it is to, like, plan out my meals for the whole week. That way I know I can just go in there and grab it. Now, what's throwing me off, it's like in the evening when Neil gets off work, if he gets off before 10, I'm craving sugar. Like, I'm craving donuts. I'm craving gummy bears. I'm craving anything that has, like, a lot of sugar in it. Like, I was almost going to eat, like, fucking a big old spoonful of this fucking, like, tartar sauce stuff because I know it had sugar in it. And my head has been pounding. So I talked to Jason yesterday, and he was like, you know, that's probably because you're not, like, taking in the amount of sugar that you were in the processed foods that you were having before all the time. So I got to make an update video for my little thingy and show you guys my written down affirmation stuff. But I really like that book because it's kind of, like, just simple to read through. If y'all want to know what book I'm talking about, it's called Sunny Side Hypnosis by Sunny Rosati, and it's for emotional weight loss, and it's really cool. Hey, Golden Coin. Golden Coin, I just got to say one thing. I've heard so much about you, and you are my hero, Golden Coin. I know. And it was hurting so bad yesterday. I had to have, like, some sugar. Like, I drank I drank this much Mountain Dew just so that my head would stop hurting. And that made me feel so much better, you guys. But yeah, welcome to everybody that's new in my channel. I just hit 704 subscribers. That's really exciting to me. My channel is an addiction recovery channel, but I'm also sharing with you guys what I'm doing in my life. And I know I have no fruit in the house, so me and Nate are going to go get some bananas and some apples and some grapes. Is that okay? Those are good, right? And strawberries? Strawberries? Love strawberries. Golden Coin, I heard you were having my back over on somebody's channel. So I just wanted to thank you because I have really been having a hard time, and it's just been crazy. So I wanted to thank you because I saw some comments that you had commented, and you don't even know who I am, and you were sticking up for me. So that was really nice. I really appreciate it. Like, I'm just really, you guys, I'm all about respecting each other, treating each other good. Like, there's no reason for us to be over here talking shit to each other on a live stream. This channel is about helping each other grow in recovery, you know? Luke, that's awesome. I'm so proud of you. That's awesome. I'm so glad that you found me. Welcome. I'm sorry. Listen, if you're new in recovery, take it easy on my story times now. They'll trigger the fuck out of you. Okay, I'm just telling you straight up. But that is so awesome. I'm just telling the truth, okay? Like I feel like when I'm sharing my experience about the disease of addiction, that my experience, what I went through when I was in active addiction, I don't know any other way but to tell y'all like it was, you know what I mean? And a lot of the times, you know, I mean, I try to bring it back around at the end and let you guys know, like, I can laugh and I can kiki with the girls and we can look back on my time in active addiction and we can laugh about it, you know, but real talk, it wasn't fucking funny, and I almost fucking killed myself, and I'm lucky to be alive. Basically a miracle. And I am grateful to be here, you know? They're so good. Lewd content. Have you checked out Derek Lambert? Derek Lambert and his friend Ashton are doing this. Okay, so Derek's channel was kind of like struggling for a little bit. He had a bunch of subscribers, but he just wasn't uploading as much. But now he's on it, like, and he kind of like hired this guy. I don't know if they hired him, but this guy, that's his best friend. They are making videos together on the same channel, and they're doing live streams. They're doing like just tips and advice, what they did to like struggle through opiate withdrawal. These four walls, Jason is I love Jason so much, and he's such a good friend to me. And I mailed him a big book, you guys, and he read the Bill story out of the Alcoholics Anonymous big book, and we were talking about it on the phone the other day, and it was so good. I was like so excited for him. I love whenever somebody that is new in their recovery is reading like from something that they can relate to about addiction, you know, and it's like, I know Bill's story was written in like 1930. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about Bill Wilson, the founder of Alcoholics Anonymous. It was written back there in 1930, right? But we can still find parts in his story of alcoholism where we as addicts can relate to that insanity, you know? It's like the insanity of what happens to us as addicts after our first drink or drug. When we take that drink or drug into our system, it's like we are off and running, you know? It's like this phenomenon of craving that happens in the brain. And then we're like, gotta get more, you know? And so that's, when I made my channel, you guys, I know there's so many new people. I can't even believe it. Like, I was crying last night, you guys. I woke up last night, like at 2 o'clock, and I went to look on my channel, and there were 700 subscribers, and I couldn't believe it. I made my channel because I was struggling not having any support. I didn't have people to support me because I was on medically assisted treatment, Suboxone, and I wanted to be sober more than anything in the whole wide world. And so I got really, really busy in Alcoholics Anonymous with a sponsor, right? But I was having so much like backlash from people because I was on medically assisted treatment. I couldn't find support from other addicts that were openly talking about being on medically assisted treatment and doing 12-step programs and going to therapy and like really working on their recovery. So I started trying to make videos on Facebook, and it was going okay. Like, my videos were going out to like a bunch of people because I was in a bunch of recovery groups, and there was a lot of people that would message me on the down low and say, hey, I'm on Suboxone and I'm really trying to change my life too, you know, and la la la. But nobody would like come out and say it and like be proud and like say, you know what, I don't care what anybody else thinks. And so it was really hard for me to like, I don't know, I just wasn't getting what I needed. So I was talking to my sponsor about it, and the more like chaos and drama that ensued on Facebook, I just couldn't take it anymore. So much negativity. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to leave Facebook. I deactivated my account. Like, you know, I didn't have any arguments or disagreements with anybody. It was just it was getting to the point where people were attacking me for my recovery, like telling me that, you know, my recovery was not shit because I was on Suboxone. And I've worked my ass off, you know, in my recovery these last 3 years to get to where I'm at. Like, I don't just bullshit. I'm the real fucking deal. And I am going to meetings, and I have a sponsor, and I'm working the 12 steps, and I'm taking other people through the 12 steps, and then I'm tapering off my medication, and I'm on this new healthy lifestyle living. It was just, but anyway, what my problem was, exactly, lewd content. I felt like I was always having to prove myself to these people on Facebook. Like, I was having to, like, go to the utmost level to show them, like, look, I'm serious. I want to be friends with you guys. Look at me. I want to be in recovery too. And it was like, fuck that. Like, I know there's people out there like me. So I came over to YouTube last year in December and made my first video exposing my story, telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. And it has been such a journey. And this year, this is what happened in a year. And I'm like, you know what? There's so many people out there who are just like me, who were struggling, and maybe they didn't find recovery through abstinence right away. But that's, of course, you guys, that's my goal. But, like, that's just not been my experience, you know? I tried for years to be abstinent and just go to meetings and have a sponsor. And I just needed that extra help, you know. You know, Golden Coin, I thought that too until people were literally telling me to go suck on a Suboxone strip, baby. So, because listen, you guys, I'm sensitive, but I'm really, like, I'm a pretty strong person, you know, like, and I'm strong in my recovery, and I know what I'm doing is the right thing for me, you know. And that's what my sponsor taught me, Sandra, is that, you know, there's only one judge, you guys, and I'm not that judge. I'm not even, y'all, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes every single day. And through recovery and the 12 steps, I've learned how to, you know, go back and make things right. I've learned how to accept responsibility for my actions. I've learned how to treat others with respect, you know. I've learned how to, but there's one thing, like, I've learned all these things, and I will treat you with the utmost respect until you disrespect me, you know. And even then, I'm not going to disrespect you. I'll just block and delete you. Like, I take people out of my life who disrespect me. Like, I used to put up with that shit because I was insecure, and I thought that I had to be everyone's friend. I do now realize through several friends like Rock and Roberta and other people who have helped me to realize that I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and not everybody's going to like me, because I come at people with I just tell it like it is. And I don't mind if people tell me like it is. I know I'm on an opiate. I know that opiate is a strong opiate, and that's why I'm tapering off of it low and slow. You know, I almost feel like people think, well, she must not know that she's on an opiate. And I'm like, guys, no, I know. I'm well aware of it, you know? But I just want people to understand that, like, there's work to be done. And while I've been prescribed this medication, I've been working my ass off. You know, therapy is not fun for me, you guys. I go into therapy, I cry my guts out, and I tell my sponsor all the things that like the things that have happened to me while I was in my addiction that really, really stuck with me. You know, a lot of things happened that I felt like were my fault. Like being raped in active addiction. I always thought that was my fault because I was fucking high. You know, oh, I shouldn't have put myself in that situation. If I hadn't been fucked up, I wouldn't have gotten my ass raped, you know? But that's the thing, you guys. Like, I had to get to a point where I was like, no. It doesn't matter if I was passed out on the kitchen table, butt ass naked, calling for it, you know? It doesn't matter. No one deserves to touch you. No one deserves to get into your personal space. And I had to learn that wasn't my fault, and that I don't have to put up with that. And that's the kind of attitude that I'm going into 2019 with. Like, If you're not for me, you're against me. Get out of here. We're going into 2019 and we're fixing to have, I want to have a good year. I want to grow. I want to help others. That's my thing, you guys. Like, helping other people is literally my life now. I love helping others. I love seeing people when their eyes light up because they have a connection with you, because they know what it's like. You know, when they know what it's like to have that you have been where they've been, and you tell them, hey, don't worry, it's okay, I've done that too. And then they're like, what? You're not judging me, you know? It's like not judging people and just being open-minded to help them is what I love doing. I love it. And I want to make it my job, you know? And so I signed up for classes this fall in school, or for summer in school. And hopefully I'll be able to get my little addictions studies degree. I don't understand. Hold on, I'm trying to read these comments. Recovering pain and make others feel their pain. I don't want anyone to feel the pain that I felt while I was in an active addiction. And I don't feel like I have to, I really don't have to explain much of it to people who have been where I have been, because they know. Like, I can just start telling a little bit of the story and they know exactly what it was like. You know, and that's why I love talking with other people who have the disease of addiction, because they know exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? I never want anyone to feel that kind of pain and that kind of fear, insecurity, denial. I mean, that's what it is when you're in addiction. It's all this fear and pain and denial, and I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. You know, I'm telling you right now that some of the strongest people I've ever met in my life are recovering addicts. What, baby? Not yet, baby. But my throat is so messed up. I'm sorry, you guys. I know that was nasty as fuck. I hate when people do that, like that phlegmy cough. But anyway, I'm super excited, you guys, to see what the next year brings for all of us. I'm really trying hard to, you know, give you guys all the information that I have about the disease of addiction and what I've learned over the last 3 years about myself and about working with other people, you know. And I just want to help other people to know that they're not alone. You know, that's why I started my channel, because I needed people that kind of were here for me. You know what I mean? And I feel like we've built this huge army of people. I can't even believe that there's 700 people on this channel. Like, I look at my, hey, Carla. Are you doing okay, girl? How did it go with your dad? Oh, you know, and that's the thing, like, a lot of people will use, I hear what you're saying. Now I understand. Like, they're using it as a shield against you. The reason I use the big book a lot and I share out of that, you guys, because when I was reading it, it was like forever. It was like I was reading Japanese language. I could not understand anything. But then what happened is I had the spiritual, I can only explain it to you as a spiritual experience. A total change in my personality. A total change in my perception. Everything shifted. When I got my son taken away, and when that willingness to want to change, to want to get sober, because it happens, I'm telling you guys, it's a miracle spiritual exchange. Experience. Okay, Rocky Roberta, see you later, girl. It's a shift, and you'll know what I'm talking about if it's happened to you. Where you used to not be willing. You would go out and you would party, and then you would say, I want to get sober, and you would try, but then you would relapse, and then you would go back. It's like eventually, and I'm promise you, it happens for everybody. It just happens at different paces for each person. And if it's not happened for you yet, do not give up, because it's going to happen. I promise. You just got to keep on working towards it. It's like, what happens is, because you guys, I am a totally new woman, 100%. I was a thief. I was a liar. I would take your man and go have sex with him. I would lie and cheat. I would steal your purse sitting right next to you and take the money right out of it. I mean, I would take my kid to dope man's houses. I would use drugs with my kid in the same living room as me, right in front of him when he was a newborn baby. Like, I was fucked up. And now, like, I'm totally different. I don't steal. I try my hardest to be so kind and so understanding to people. If I do something to hurt somebody, I go right back and make it right away. Even the people who have trolled the fuck out of me, I have tried to talk to them and said, listen, hey, I'm an easy person to get along with. All you got to do is be cool, you know? And so that's what I've done, is like really worked hard on my willingness to change. And so what happened is, one day, like, here I am, I'm like, yes, I want to be sober. I want to do this. I want to try. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like wearing myself out, like trying to find out why I use drugs and alcohol. And then all of a sudden one day it's just like, snap. I use drugs and alcohol because I like the feelings produced by them. I don't like how I feel without them because I'm restless, irritable, and discontent. Post-acute withdrawal syndrome. And I think, you know what, the right people find my channel, because I've had nothing but good experiences on YouTube, you guys. Like, I haven't had that. I've only had like a couple people that really try to give me a hard time. Other than that, it's been so awesome. I'm so lucky. Oh, Carla, one of my friends is, he jumped off methadone 40 days ago, and he is suffering with post-acute withdrawal syndrome, which is like, you know, the depression, the restless leg, the just feeling shitty. And he's been going through it. So I was talking about struggling with post-acute withdrawal at the beginning of this video. But I'm okay. I actually am tapered down to 6 milligrams, girl. And I'm going to go down. I don't see my doctor until the February 14th, but I'm going to talk to him, and then hopefully I'll jump down 2 more milligrams. I'm trying to jump off this year, though. And you know me, girl. If I don't feel comfortable, no, I haven't. Well, you know, because I was on like 10 milligrams a day. So I haven't really noticed anything. Now, my brain was telling me, like, I'm gonna be straight up. When I took those milligrams away, because I still have them, they're just not in my body. You know what I mean? Yeah, you do, Fluffy Kitten. You really do. And that's what changing my, like, I used to be so negative, you guys. Hold on, let me answer Carla's question real fast. No, I haven't felt anything yet, but my brain is telling me I need those other milligrams. I'm telling you, girl, it's so psychological. I almost wish I could switch from it to Suboxone over to methadone and then have them blind taper me, because it's fucking with my mind. Like, my mind is telling me, you need them other girls, you need the milligrams. And I'm like, no, brain, you don't. You know? That's right. I love. So okay, so Carla, I haven't felt any withdrawal. Like, so far so good, but I'm telling you, in my mind tells me I need more all the time, though. And that's what I've noticed while being on Suboxone, is that even though I'm at a stabilized dose, and even though you know, I take my medicine as prescribed, I still have the mind of an addict. My mind tells me all the time I need to take extra, that it will make me feel better. And I know, you guys, I know for a fact that taking extra is a complete waste. I've been on this medication long enough to know. Yes, it really is. It's all in our mind. And it literally, you guys, y'all know how I am. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm very emotional. I'm in touch with all all this stuff is like, I'm really just centered, with my feelings. And to have my mind telling me that I need more, it makes me upset. Like, I almost want to get upset with myself, like, come on, Nicole, you're better than this. You know what I mean? Like, you know that this is the disease. And I'm telling you guys, like, I don't care. Like, I'm telling you, the disease of addiction is a mental obsession. It's like fighting your own self. It's like a split personality. It's like this part of the brain that rules all your decisions. And even though I've been sober from drugs and alcohol for 3.5 years, my addicted brain still wants to act out addictively with my medication. My medication that I've taken for 3 years. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know how to explain it. All I know how to explain it is that I'm at war with myself. That's what it is. When when you have an addiction, you are literally fighting yourself. And I'm trying to stay spiritually fit so I can go to war with myself, because it's a battle every day. Every day, y'all. I'm telling you, especially now that I've been like really trying to eat healthy and live the right way, and like feed my soul with food instead of just like shoving chocolate cakes in my face. It's like really acting up lately. Mommy, yeah, buddy.
Can we just screw this up without batteries, okay?
What kind of batteries does it need?
AAA.
AAA. I don't have any AAAs, buddy.
You didn't even look in there.
All I got is AA.
Let's see if last time AA worked.
No, AA won't fit, buddy.
Oh! You have to take a battery out of something.
Well, I don't know where AAA batteries are at, sweetheart. This boy and his trains. He plays with them so much, the batteries run out. So, there. And that's the thing, Golden Coin. I've been living in recovery for 3.5 years. I have changed my life, honey. It's a totally different lifestyle. When I was in active addiction, like I said, I had no home. I was homeless. I was, stealing and panhandling, you guys. Begging for money on the side of the road if I had to. Using my body to get money if I had to. All kinds of things that I'm not proud of, okay? Straight up. And now my lifestyle is totally different. Like okay. I work a full-time job. My husband and I both work. I live in my own home that I pay for. I have my own car, I have a regular life. You know what I mean? Like a sober life. It's just that I have the disease of addiction, and it's cunning, baffling, and powerful. Yes. And my disease tells me that I need to do other things other than stay sober. You could just, unless you have that disease of addiction, you just couldn't understand, I don't think. Now, I'm not powerless over drugs and alcohol. I have the power now because I am sober. But when I was in active addiction, it was almost impossible for me to stop using because of this powerlessness, You know what, Golden Coin? I was talking about this yesterday, and I love that you're bringing up these points because I like sharing this with you guys. We're never going to be recovered, okay? I can call myself recovered as much as I want, but the time when I forget where I came from, that's when I'm going to fuck up and fall back. Y'all feel me? Now, if you have an addiction and you've been sober for any amount of time, you'll know what I'm talking about. For a recovering addict like me, it is hella dangerous for me to forget that I'm a recovering addict. Because when I forget that I could go back, that's when I'll go back. It's happened to me time and time again. The only reason I share this with you guys is because I know from experience. Like, I'm not just talking out of the side of the neck. I am a very positive person.
I was gonna say where I know him.
I do, like, I'm a positive person, and I know that my life has changed because I'm doing great, you know? And I'm proud of myself, but I try to not forget that, you know, whenever I forget that last time I was high and I lost my son, this beautiful baby right here who literally gives me every reason to breathe and live. If I forget that, then I will go back out, because that horrible time that happened reminds me that I don't ever want to use again. And I have to be very careful, you guys, because I'm telling you, the brain tells me otherwise. My brain tells me I don't need to worry about it. Don't worry about talking about recovery today, Nicole. Just go out and get high. Just go out and have a good little bit of fun. It won't hurt. It sucks. Because that's what it says. It tells me that, you guys. Please, anybody, if you know what I'm talking about. And I know this because I'm in touch with I am in my, listen, you guys. Yeah, okay. My brother just passed. He has been in recovery 10 years. Okay.
And he's 2.
And that's what it tells us. We don't regret the past. And we're not going to shut the door on it. We use our experience to help others. That's what our past experience does. It helps us help others. Nate, that's not how you do it. You don't shove it in, baby. Watch mommy. Okay? You take it on that spring.
Let me try.
And then you watch. You have to put it in like that and then go like that.
I wanted to try your bad mommy.
Okay, try it.
Why do you have to be a bad mommy?
I'm not a bad mommy because I'm showing. Nope. Are you paying attention? Look. Nate.
Oh. Yeah.
There you go. Wrong way. Other way. Turn it around.
Never mind.
I didn't leave. You can't recover by. I know, girl. Listen, fluffy kitten. It's okay. I used to do that. It's not your. It's what our brains do. It's like it's so easy for us to forget, right? And I totally agree, Old Coin, about positivity. I have totally changed my perception and the way I talk about things. Like, okay, there you go. I am so much more positive than I was. When I was in my addiction, everything was like, you know, I'm going to die. We got a script. Nate, this is how, you just let me. What?
You don't know nothing.
I don't know nothing? Okay.
Never get one of these moms.
Never get one of these moms. There you go.
There's another one.
He's trying to sell me, you guys. Trying to get rid of me.
No, I'm not.
So let's, if you don't mind telling us what happened on New Year's Eve. Because, listen, I know how hard it is, you guys. I believe you can't remember.
Why is it going slow, then?
That is so awesome, Sandra. That makes me so happy to hear that. And you know what? Because he remembers that where he came from, and he remembers that, you know, if he forgets what it was like back then, because that's what we have to remember. Because that's how it goes, Nate. If he forgets what it was like in that bad place back then, that's what happens. The brain only remembers the good. The brain automatically goes back to euphoric recall. I think I've talked to you guys about this before. Who knows what euphoric recall is? Okay, our brains only want to remember the good feelings produced by drugs and alcohol. So right now, think about it. Unless you really focus on the bad shit that happened to you while you were in active addiction, if you just think back to when you were getting high, you're automatically going to think about the fun you had. It happened. It's just the human brain. The human brain doesn't go back to, oh, I shot up dope that one time and I almost died. You know, it doesn't go back to that. It goes back to the, I shot up dope and I was high as hell. Sorry, my face is itching because I had this alpha hydroxy acid on my face from last night. Don't know. No. It really does go back to those those good feel-good feelings. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the way the brain works. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a scientist. I just know from years and years and years and years and years and years of trying to get sober and then failing, you know, and falling back. Now I know that, you know, I can do this and that I've got to not forget where I came from, remain vigilant and stay on my program, stay reaching out to others, stay helping other people. And that's the thing, you guys, like, we can't be embarrassed to ask for help. We can't be embarrassed to reach out, because that's what our addiction wants. Our addiction wants us to feel shame, and it wants us to feel guilt. Okay? And that's not, we don't have to feel that anymore. You know, we're sober today. When we're in recovery, we don't have to feel shame and guilt like we did when we were in our active addiction. And that's our I don't know why it does it, because I really don't, you guys. I just know that it does, because, well, I've just experimented, you know. Oh, lewd content, yes. I know exactly about the using dreams. I actually, listen to this, you guys. I have a couple followers on Twitter. Not very many. But one of them is in recovery. He's been sober for like 5 years or something. Sorry. And he was, he had a using dream. And he posted about it on Twitter the other day. And it scared him, because in all his other using dreams, he's never gotten to the point where he, like, used the substance. But he said in this dream, he woke up and he had gotten high. And he could taste the cocaine. That's how, like, real it was. That light is bothering me. Hopefully that helps. So that's how strong our brains are. To take us back to when we were using and simulate the feeling of getting high while we're in a dream. Can you imagine that? It is, listen to me, you guys, and I know it because I've been there. I have had dreams about shooting up and then woke up gasping for breath because I felt it. And then I go to the bathroom and I look in the mirror and my pupils are like, because it's like my body it's the strangest thing. But do you understand now? Like, that's how strong the disease of addiction is. That's how complex and, like, the brain is a powerful, powerful thing. And our brains, they can protect us from bad things happening. Like when people have dissociative identity disorder, and their brains, like, kind of break apart to protect them, and they break apart into multiple personalities. That is amazing. So imagine, like, what our brains go through when we're, like, pumping it full of these, like, feel-good chemicals, and then we're, like, trying to get off the feel-good chemicals, and our brain's like, no, what am I going to do now? How am I going to make good chemicals without these chemicals? You know? Okay. Uh-huh. Well, baby, I'm literally drinking apple cider vinegar water, y'all.
That's torturing kids.
That's not torturing you.
No, it's being a bad mom.
Nate, we live in the same house. You can be downstairs and I can be upstairs and you'll be fine. He's waiting for his friend to come over and play. So he's being antsy. But anyway, I had a good talk with y'all this morning. Thanks for everybody that kind of came over and participated today in this live stream. I'm telling you guys, like, seriously, I really do appreciate all the love and support. And I just really appreciate, goodbye, Sandra. I really appreciate just, you know, being able to share my journey with you guys and helping you guys who are in early recovery. Like, I just know this, like, you're not alone. I totally know what it's like. If you ever have anything that you want to talk about, just comment in the comment section. I read all of my comments, you guys. If you'll just comment, I will make a video about whatever you ask. Hey, Carrie. I know, it's so strange. Like, I try so hard to make sure that everybody knows when I'm going on a live stream, you guys, and I really have been trying. Thanks, Golden Coin. I'm so glad that you're here. You're welcome here anytime. And I love your positive outlook on life. It's awesome. I really do appreciate that, and I absolutely do love it. Bye, lewd content. I'm so glad, girl. I don't know if you're a girl or a boy, but go down in the description box of my video and follow me on Instagram and DM me so I can get to know you. I love to get to know the people who are in my chats and stuff, and I like to keep track with you guys so that way I know, if you're doing okay in your recovery, and I will stalk your ass if I don't see you for a while. And I will hunt you down. You know what I mean? So that way I can make sure you're doing okay. So go follow me on Instagram so that way we can talk. What are you doing, Alexander? Hey, Leah. Stop, Nathaniel. Nathaniel. Stop. He is trying to talk a new language. Tell him, tell them your new language, baby.
But don't tell him my language.
Go, say it.
Okay.
Kulakala kili. Kili kala? Why is that light shining right there? Okay, baby. Okay, get your butt off me. Okay. All right, you guys. I'm going to get off here because this child of mine, he's not going to let me rest until I do. Look at this. He's putting his feet all in my head. That's not luck. Do you see the dogs back there? We're Onyx. Come here, baby. Come here, Onyx. Let's show him. I'm going to let you see. Nathaniel, do not do that. Mommy has a cup of water over here. You'll electrocute me. Okay, you guys, I got to get off here before it gets too rowdy up in this house because this child's about to try my patience. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later. Nate.